Hello my lovely little cinnamon muffins, welcome or welcome back. My fake tan be looking a little splotchy right now, not gonna lie. We're not gonna talk about it, we're just gonna let it be what it is. You know, we've all had self-tanner mishaps. So I am so glad you guys are here because it gives me an excuse to do dumb shit. You know, like, remember, do it for the vine? Well, I'm doing it for the tube. At least that's what I tell myself to make myself feel better for wasting money I don't have on things I don't need. But I had to do this, so I'm glad you're here so I can justify my actions and be like, oh, that'll be cool for a video, when really in the back of my mind I'm like, yeah, I'd be doing this anyway. So, if you don't live under a rock, as I do, you've already seen this trend come and go, I'm pretty sure. When I looked up other videos about it, I saw some as recent as like a couple months ago. So I guess I'm not that far off with finding this product, but I had no idea it was a thing. I found it completely by accident. I think I was on Pinterest or something, and I'm like, that's what we're gonna do today. So I ordered them. Ta-da! So these are temporary tattoo eyebrows. So they're supposed to be like any temporary tattoo, you know, you put it on and it like lasts a week or whatever, which I don't see really going well because, you know, same way it's hard to keep like self-tanner on my face. Like, I exfoliate, I moisturize, I wash my face twice a day, and I wear makeup and I take it off, so I don't see these lasting that long. And in every video I watched on them, and me acting like I've done all this extensive research when I literally watched like 2 videos. But in every video I watched, they would like put these on and then they take them off like with their makeup. They don't really like wear them and test them. And I ain't scared. I got nowhere to go. I got nowhere to be. I got nothing to hide. I have no eyebrows, so I feel like I'm a perfect candidate to like truly test this out. So I'm going to use them today, and I am going to do my makeup and see how it is. And I'm going to see, like, I'm going to really try to keep them on. Like, I'm going to try to keep the product off of them. I'm going to try to really see how long I can keep them on my face. So, there's a couple different sizes. There's like these really big ones. I tried to pick the highest arch I could because I wanted to go for more of like a 70s kind of look with the brows. I already have some that I pre-cut for the sake of this video. So I feel like this might be the best. I don't know, they look a little weird. And they don't really have any color to them. They're just like very gray and bleh. So I feel like that's why a lot of people, like, I don't know, try to put product over them. And then the number one complaint that I saw in the videos that I watched is the fact that, you know, they're just cutting them off in like little squares, and then there'd be like that film around them, you know, like a shiny part. These don't really seem to have that, because if you look at these really closely, you're probably not going to be able to see this on the camera. I don't know why I'm trying. Let me fix the light a little bit. I look way worse. Let's put that back. I promise I don't look nearly as ratchet in person. Or maybe I do, and there's good lighting in this room. I don't know. But you can see, like, the tattoo itself doesn't really go around the whole thing. Like, it stops where the brow is. So I just tried to cut as close to the brow, the actual brow part, as possible. Like, really get in the crevices so I don't have any of like that shiny temporary tattoo residue around it, if you know what I'm talking about. If not, I don't know how else to explain it. It's not like I'm an English major or anything. So, I haven't applied a temporary tattoo in actual like decades. So I have like my damp cloth here that looks disgusting. I promise it's clean. And I guess we're just gonna have to try to go for it. Now my problem is the positioning, because if I put these on uneven, I'm just gonna have uneven eyebrows. And then I'm also like, how far do I go in? Should I put it on my brow bone? Should I put it above? Because you can see clearly like where my brows are supposed to go. I have like a pretty prominent brow bone. So I feel like if I just put this where my brow starts, and then the arches are going to be higher than where my natural tail would be. My hands look so f***ed. I am so sorry. I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to go for it. So, I do have like my moisturizer and stuff on my face, but I purposely avoided the brow area. But I'm going to go ahead and still just like find a toner of some sort. I'm just going to clean up around that area just to make sure it's like really, there's nothing there. It burns, so I know it's working. Okay, I am terrified. I think I'm gonna make this like I think this will be the first time I don't finish this video all in one day. Like, I want to do check-ins the next couple days and see if this works. Okay, peeling the film off. I am so scared. I feel like if this were to work, obviously every product has its flaws, but this is like a great idea, you know, for people that aren't me and just shaving their brows for funsies, like people that actually need it. I just feel like maybe about there. That look good? That does not look good. We're gonna roll with it. Okay, let's press. This also didn't come with instructions. So I'm just gonna like try to do it how I saw other people in the video do it. Just gonna try to apply quite a bit of pressure. I'm just gonna hold it as long as I possibly can. I'm also gonna try not to edit this so you can see how long it really takes. I'm like giving myself a headache. I'm pressing so hard. My hands look so orange. Oh, shit. Holy hell. I mean, that worked. It looks like ass. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, the hairs in the beginning are like very, very sparse, so my brow starts like out here. Can you, let me try to, can I zoom? I can zoom. Wow. Can you see that? Do I need better lighting? I don't know. See, like, these hairs right here, like, obviously they were doing like a gradient natural brow thing, but they're like almost too sparse, so it doesn't really, like, I should have brought this in. I should have used a bigger brow, honestly, and like brought it in farther. Oh, I meant to zoom out. I don't know. It's not terrible though. Like, honestly, I can't do better. That didn't take that long either. I just like this is like a bitch brow in the best or worst possible way. I can't tell. I haven't decided. It is very shiny though. I mean, my whole face is kind of shiny because I have moisturizer on, but like when I look at it, do you see the light hitting it? Like, I can tell, so I don't know, maybe if you put like setting powder over it, it would help eliminate some of the shine. I also read from some reviews that these get like really sticky after a couple days. I assume from like where you wash your face and stuff. Is that gonna be even? I can't tell. I'm just gonna go for it, you know, like you just gotta kind of do it, man. Just go for it. See, it did come with a lot, so I thought that was nice because it was like 10 bucks and I got 2 packs of these and it had like all these brows. I'm like, oh, okay, that would probably last a while if I was like actually trying to use these every day. But I didn't realize they were all different sizes, which I guess makes sense if you don't know like which one, you know what I mean? But I could also see this being like an expensive habit because, you know, you gotta pay the 10 bucks every time to get like the 2 brows that fit your face, unless you're trying to have like different eyebrows every single day. I mean, some people are into that, but most people, they just want to draw their eyebrows on how they do them, and like that's that. And I feel like that one went more smoothly. I feel like that one looks better. Like, this one looks a lot fuller. Let me see if I can zoom in again. I don't know how to work this camera. Very shiny though, but that looks pretty good. Like, not even trying to front. That looks decent. I look insane because I don't know how to use a spray tan, but other than that, that looks pretty bomb. I don't know. I am not meaning to zoom in this far. I am sorry. Okay. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm looking in the viewfinder and I'm like, she ain't bad. Like I said, this one's a lot fuller. This one's a lot more, let me find a mirror, more sparse looking in this inside-y part. But this one over here is pretty flawless. I just wish this one was having less of a moment in this inner part. But I'm like, you could fill that in a little bit, but this really, it's way better than I could draw them myself, you know? Like, I tried to draw on eyebrows yesterday and like it worked, but I was never good at it, and I'm still not good at it, so it kind of looked like shocking. I don't know. I'm not mad at the shape at all or anything either. I mean, they definitely look like eyebrows. Like, I mean, other than the shininess, which I feel like wouldn't even be that bad, as much highlighter as I put on my face and stuff. I look really pissed off in the camera because these brows are like, eh. But yeah, with all the highlighter and like luminosity I add to my face anyways, I feel like for me personally it would be fine because it just looks like I have like highlighter in my brows. I don't know, but honestly not bad. Not bad. Literally, I just went on Amazon and I typed in like temporary tattoo eyebrows and this was the first one that came up on Prime. So I'm like, maybe I'll try like one of the bigger ones, like the more caterpillar type brows. It actually wasn't that hard to get the placement of them either. Like, it was pretty easy to get them even, I feel like. I don't know. We ain't mad at it. It definitely looks like eyebrows. I'm sorry about the lighting in here. It's like kind of f***y today. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, and which I'm not gonna do for this video. I'll do a makeup video eventually. I feel like I haven't done one in a few minutes, other than reviewing products. You get what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm gonna finish my makeup and I'm gonna come back and I guess let you know like how hard it is to work around them and stuff like that. And then I guess I'll do like check-ins later and let you know how it's going, and let's just see how long these last, alright? I'll see you in a bit. Oh. Okay, so I just finished my makeup and honestly the brows are looking pretty good. Like, they don't look overly weird or fake or shiny. They actually look pretty natural. Like, from a distance, I mean, you couldn't tell me that those aren't my actual eyebrows. Like, I am pretty impressed. It wasn't difficult to work around them or anything. The only issue I saw is where the arch is higher. I couldn't get, like, that brow highlight, like, right underneath the arch because the product's not going to stick to like the tattoo part, if that makes sense. So I couldn't get any product like right up in there. I'm so sorry, my hands look so terrible. I couldn't get the product like right up in there. But other than that, I am thoroughly impressed, and I guess the only thing is to see how long these actually last. But as for like initial impression, I am pretty freaking happy with these. Like, these look really good. I think I picked a good shape, and yeah, those look great pretty much. So I'm gonna go out, run some errands. It is like 90 degrees outside and I don't have a car, so I have to walk to the shops. So I guess we'll see if like they last through my sweat. I don't know. And then I will do an update tonight when I take off my makeup and we'll see if they're still there. So I will catch you later. Alright, just wanted to come back with a little bit of an update. It's been about, I want to say like 4 hours at least. I went out and did some shopping. It started pouring the rain, so that was excellent. But, I mean, I still have eyebrows, which obviously it's not like they're gonna come off immediately. There's a very loud truck going by. Obviously, they're not going to come off like immediately or anything because it is a temporary tattoo. So obviously it has more staying power than like a pencil or something would, because I feel like when I had brows and filled them in, they didn't really go anywhere. It wasn't really an issue. But yesterday, like, since I have no eyebrows and it's like really smooth of a canvas there, I feel like the pencil rubbed off pretty quick. And it's not like I'm touching my face or anything, but just from like my hair getting in the way and stuff like that, by the time yesterday was over and I went to take off my makeup, I had like half of one eyebrow. It's probably mainly just that pencil. I feel like if you use something like a pomade, it's going to have a little more lasting power. But for the most part, when it came to filling in my brows, I just used eyeshadow. Every now and then I would buy a pomade maybe, but like I never really got super duper into the brow products, so I didn't really have anything to do eyebrows with besides a pencil. I feel like maybe if I set it with, which I'm pretty sure I did set it with eyeshadow actually, like I did the pencil and then it was really light, so I went back over it with a shadow, so that didn't really help. So I'm like, in comparison to that, they're doing pretty well, and I do think they look super good. Like, they look a little bitchy for my vibe today, but they look nice, you know. They look like good brows. They're not too bold or anything, which I like. I like a good like natural brow, but mainly just because I can't do like good bold brows. I've never been good at it. That's the one thing I will never master probably. But so far, yeah, I'm really digging these. So I guess my next update will be tonight when I take off my makeup, and we'll see if they last through that. I'm gonna try not to like super scrub hard on them or anything, you know. I'm just gonna kind of, I want to see how practical these really are if you don't have eyebrows and you're just looking for some eyebrows, you know, because I don't know, it might be worth the investment. I guess they can get quite expensive to keep up with, just because, you know, all the other sizes the pack came with aside, you're basically, I paid $10 and got like 2 sets of brows that I can actually use, unless I do mess with the other sizes. But I use this very top one and it came with 2 sheets, so $10 for having eyebrows twice, you know, which I do plan to. I'm definitely going to use all of these, you know, like I paid for them, I'm gonna use them. I do know that you can get them for like $1 on AliExpress, but you know, you have to wait 3 months or whatever, and I'm not about that life. I have Amazon Prime, I'm about that 2 to 3 day life. I don't know, we'll see. I will be back later tonight when I am ready to take off my makeup and stuff. Okay. Hey guys, so it is currently 2:53 in the morning. I'm about to take off my makeup and get ready for bed, and I did my makeup at about 4 p.m. so it's been a solid 11 hours by now, almost 11 hours. That was when you get what I'm saying. I started my makeup, did the eyebrows around 4 p.m. and I mean, obviously they're still there, but now we're gonna take off the makeup and see if they're still there. So this part I'm concerned about. So I always take off my eye makeup with just like micellar water and a microfiber cloth, and then I do the Pond's cold cream to take off my face makeup, and then I go and wash my face. Take these clips out and this wig off. So I wonder if the like makeup remover is gonna make the eyebrows, because that's the one thing I read, is that it like makes them sticky and stuff after a couple days, like all the washing of your face. So I wonder if I'm gonna have that problem. I'm just gonna really try to avoid the eyebrow area at all, because there's no makeup there. Like I didn't put any product there. Maybe just lightly glaze over it. But the thing is, like when I do the cold cream, like I really get in there and take everything off. So I wonder if that's going to affect it at all. So I guess we will see. Okay, so now I'm taking off the cold cream, and so far the only thing I'm noticing is that here in this corner here, there's like a tiny little bit of lift to the tattoo. Like you can tell, like if it wants to peel off, that's where it's probably gonna start. But there's also some like little bumps in there from where I have shaved my eyebrows, and you know, you get like, you can get little razor bumps right there too. So I really think that's a majority of what that is there. So like maybe it just didn't lay as smooth in that spot because of that. But I mean, it just feels like my face. Like it doesn't, they don't feel like weird or anything. So now I'm going to go wash my face, I'm going to moisturize and all that good stuff, and then I will come back with the final verdict before I go to bed. And then when I wake up tomorrow, I will let you know how that goes. Okay, so my makeup's off, I washed my face, I did all my usual moisturizers and all that good stuff, and the only thing I can really notice, because it was probably my fault, because halfway through washing my face I just totally forgot about this entire operation, and I used one of those like gray sponges. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It starts with a K. I'll put it up on the screen, but I use one of those when I wash my face at night, and they're very gentle, but I was still like scrubbing and totally forgot, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna scrub those right off my face. So I tried to calm down. So there is like one little, you're not going to be able to see that. I don't know why I'm trying. If you can. There's like one little spot there, if you can see it. That's not going to focus. One little spot. I don't know. A for effort, we tried, but there's that one little spot there, like a little nick in it, where it's like rubbed off just a teeny tiny bit. I also feel like this side has more of a tail than this side, but that again could be user error on my part. But they still look pretty good. It's weird seeing myself with eyebrows with no makeup on, or just seeing myself with eyebrows in general. But yeah, I don't think I realistically see these lasting more than like 3 days tops. With proper usage and care, they can in theory last up to 1 week is what it said. A lot of people said that they have no problems making them last a week, but I mean, it all just depends on your own personal skincare routine, how much makeup you wear. There's a lot of factors that go into this. So I guess tomorrow I'll come at you in the morning. We'll see what they look like, and then I'll just wear them throughout the day, and then again tomorrow night when I wash my face, we'll see what happens then. Okay, so it's the next day. I woke up, took a shower, washed my face, all that stuff. As far as the brows, because obviously they're still there, like you can see them, they've held up this long. Now there are some places, and I think it happened when I was in the shower. There's like places right through here where it's like kind of warped and pushed down. Let's see if I can zoom in. I have no idea if you can see that. But through there, there's some places like right through there. They're like all kinds of screwed up. Oh, we almost had it. There we go. So you see those places like right through there. And then kind of through here, you can like see where the tattoo starts. There's also some like little spots in here where it looks like it's rubbed off. This one actually still looks pretty good. Other than the front was like a little bit too light to begin with, but where they are starting to come off, I can't see these lasting more than just like another day. They do feel ever so slightly tacky. Like, I get what people were talking about when they were saying that it got sticky after a couple days. It's not, like, overwhelming and it's not, like, sticky, but it is, like, I mean, you can tell something's there, if you know what I mean. Just the slightest bit of tackiness. So I feel like after I wash my face tonight, that's when it'll really start to get ugly, but I'm just gonna keep trying to take care of it and make it last as long as possible. This front part on this one has faded a bit. I don't know why that like faded so fast on its own. So I feel like you could continue to prolong these if you like used them as a guide and took like, I don't know, a pencil or something, filled it in. I'm not going to do that because one, I'll screw it up and make it look worse, and two, I don't know, I really want the tattoo to stay on, so I don't want to be applying any product to it. So I'm gonna do my makeup and get ready, and I will see you tonight when it's time to take it all off. Okay, so it is the end of the second day, and I'm sitting here debating what I want to do because from a distance these still look really good. Like, you can still, it still looks like there's hairs on my face, you know? But when I get up close, there's a spot right in here where it's just like, you can see it starting to peel off. Over here, it still looks pretty good, other than this end that got a little messed up. I don't know, I feel like they look pretty... They don't look horrible, but they don't look great, you know what I mean? They definitely don't look like they did when I put them on yesterday. Let's see if I can zoom in. So if you can see that, right in there, you can see where it's trying to like flake off. Obviously my makeup's just like up in general right now, because I'm about to go to bed. But yeah, I don't know. They look okay. But see, this one here just looks like really screwy. So I don't know if I should just leave it and like try to squeeze one more day out of it, or if I just want to call it quits. Because I feel like if I wipe it, it's just gonna wipe right off, you know? I feel like it's at that point. There's just like a lot with your face, you know, all the products that you're using and like how much oil there is in your skin. Like, there's a lot of factors to where obviously on your face a temporary tattoo isn't going to last as long just because you got so much going on. So I don't know, I'm just gonna take a cloth and take some micellar water and I'm just gonna go over it and see what happens. I'm not gonna try to scrub it, I'm just gonna gently glaze over it, get the product from around it, and see if that helps any. I don't know. I just feel like you can see there's also one like little hair right here, like not a real hair because I don't have any real eyebrow hair, but like the drawn on hair, and it's like squiggly, like you can tell it got like it's like distorted. I don't know, what do you think? If you see how that looks, I don't know. We're gonna squeeze one more day out of it. That's what we're gonna do. We'll give it one more day. Okay, so it's the next day, and I just got out of the shower, and, can I zoom in? That's what we got going on right now, is this weird, like, see that little bit there? Got, like, this weird little thing going on here. It's just very warped and distorted, and it's kind of, did you see that? It's kind of sticky. How's this one doing? This one's not as bad. You can see the struggle we got on the tail over here. So I feel like a third day would really, can I focus? I feel like a third day would really be pushing it with this. I could probably still, because from a distance, you really can't tell, you know, if I, like, back out. But, I don't know. I feel like a third day is a bit too much. I guess what I could do is use this shape I have as a guide, and I could take a pencil and just, like, fill it in around here and just kind of work with that shape. But at that point, why would I do that? Like, I might as well just take them off. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off. I'm gonna go ahead and remove them. It was fun while it lasted. Overall, the product, I mean, it's a great idea. Like, I see what you're going for, I see what you were doing, but the execution is just a little bit, like, there's not really much you can do, because temporary tattoos, you know, like, are what they are, and like I said before, something like that going on your face where there's all this stuff you're putting your face through every day, where you sweat, you have natural oils that build up, you exfoliate, you cleanse, you prime, you put on makeup, like, you do all this stuff to your face. So obviously something like this isn't going to last very long on your face, but I don't know. I like the idea. I will use the rest of the ones I have. Like I said, I got 2 sheets in, and I probably will still use these. I thought they were super fun and convenient while they lasted. They just don't last very long. Again, I tried to be careful. I wasn't super careless when working around the brows, but I also wasn't, like, the most careful, so maybe you could stretch them a little bit. Like I said, I could probably still get away with them for today. They just look like a little jank, and it's, like, messing me up. My hands, I promise, do not look like this in natural lighting. I don't know what it is about this camera. This camera just makes everything look so vibrant. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Like, my body's fine. It's just the hands. Okay, I'm gonna go scrub off my eyebrows and scrub the tan off of my fingers. Even though in person it looks good. I mean, the rest of me just, I don't know. I'm gonna go fix myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being on this journey with me. It was an experience. And how do you feel about the eyebrow tattoos? Do you think you want to try it out for yourself? And hopefully this video has been helpful, because honestly, the ones I watched weren't. I'm like, bitch, I want to know, like, where are the hard-hitting questions? Like, a friend of mine asked how they were wearing off, if they were peeling or fading, and I will say that in the beginning here, they, like, fade quite a bit, and then they tend to peel off more towards, like, the ends and stuff. So it's kind of a combination of both. So, but at least you got to see what they look like all 2 days that I've had them on. Okay, I'm done. I will leave you be. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I love you. Have fun. Be safe. Look both ways before you cross the street, and I will see you next Monday. Bye! Surprise, it's me again. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I know this video is already so long and you probably lost interest about 15 minutes ago. But seriously, I just wanted to come back with a few final thoughts, just because I feel like just a quick wear test isn't entirely fair, just because, you know, things change and people change. But I actually decided after that to put on another pair of the brows and, like, keep going with it, you know, because I really liked them when I had them on. I thought they were really awesome. They were super convenient. They don't take that long to put on, especially once you know what you're doing and, like, you get the hang of it. You can just kind of, like, press it and go. So it was super awesome. Like, there was one day when I had to, like, run out and get something really quick. I think I just had to go to the grocery store to get something, and, you know, I wanted to look put together because I'm still not leaving my house unless, you know, I really need to do something. I'm still staying inside until I go back to work. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time doing, like, a full face of makeup just to go to the grocery store for 5 minutes. But I also want to look cute because I don't get to leave the house and go places anymore. So I just put on the brows and like did some mascara and like a little bit of bronzer, and like I was ready to go, buddy. And you could not tell me nothing that day. Like I was feeling myself. And I know it has a lot to do with the brows. So I've continued the use of them, and they look really good. I've gotten really used to them, and it's like my new obsession, honestly. Like, I know they only last like 2 days tops for me personally, but I still feel like it's worth it. And I also mentioned the different sizes on the sheet, and if you like look at it, yeah, you can tell there's like a size difference. But what I did was I took the biggest looking pair at the bottom and actually compared it to the one at the top, and the difference, even though it looks dramatic on the paper, when you're actually looking at them side by side, it's like 2-3 hairs difference. You know, like coming inward, there's a couple extra hairs, and then maybe the tails are just the slightest bit longer, and maybe they're a little bit thicker, but there's really not that much more difference between the smallest pair and the largest pair. They're both very realistic. And so I feel like if you're trying to have like a natural brow look and you're really trying to make it like passable as your eyebrow, I think that's great, the small gradients between the different sizes, because you can use those for your everyday and it will just look like your brows are naturally growing in more. And then when you go back to your second sheet with the smallest pair, it's like, oh, looking like you just got your brows waxed. Does that make sense, or am I just thinking too much into it? Because me, like, I'm a different person every other week, so it's not like I'm trying to pass anything off as anything. So I liked them a lot. Plus, it's not like you can't trim them. Like, you can trim the brows if you wanted to be a little smaller. I have some, I'm not going to dig them out, but I have some over there. I went ahead and pre-cut all the ones on my sheet, so like when I'm ready, I can just like grab a pair out, and so I don't have to spend the time cutting it off the paper. I have it like pre-planned because I do plan to continue to use these until it no longer suits my personal narrative, you know. So I like them a lot. They've been really great. They've been really super easy and makes me feel really good. Like, it's nice. I also bought a different brand of the eyebrows because, like I said, those were just the first ones that popped up on Amazon. I got these other ones. I'll grab them and show you. So these were the other ones. I don't have the packaging anymore, but they're just called My Brows, and they're just a different eyebrow tattoo. They're all really the same. Like, a temporary tattoo is a temporary tattoo. I did change these up because the inner corner of them were like a little bit more rounded, and they looked very, just, there was nothing wrong with the shape, but they were very old-fashioned in the way that they looked like the 50s brows. You know, they're pretty thin, high arch, and they were like rounded in the beginning. So very 1950s, which was really cool, but I want more of the shape I got going on now, you know. But these were good. As for these, compared to the ones in the video you've been watching, going on the skin, I feel like they're a lot more visible, they're a lot darker, and they feel better, like physically feel better on the skin. They didn't get as sticky, but they did fade more than the other ones. Like, the other ones didn't have as much of a fading problem as these did. And I also feel like these, because of that, didn't last as long. So these I took off, whereas the other ones I didn't take them off until the next morning. Like this, I just went ahead and took off that night when I already wasn't sure about it. So, but those are other ones. These were also a little cheaper, but came with a lot less pairs. Like, I've only used one pair of these, so that's all you get. So those are obviously more expensive, but these have like some type of branding attached to them, you know what I mean? Whereas the other ones are just generic, here's temporary tattoos that look like eyebrows. But overall, if watching this video you think those might be your jam, I do recommend them, because I just straight up am a fan now. Like, I don't know. I guess the more I've worn them and gotten used to them, I feel like once you get into that like swing of it and you know what to expect, you have a routine, like you keep track of how they look on which day. Does that make sense? I'm probably over explaining. You know what I'm talking about. It's a temporary tattoo. I actually love them a bunch. I will continue to use them, and if you are interested, I will put the ones that I have used, both the ones I used in this video and those other ones I was talking about, I will link them in the description. That second set of the brows, the My Brows, they do have different color selections, and they don't have different shape selections, but they have different arch selections. So you can do a high arch, medium arch, all that. Now the ones that I used in the rest of this video, those actually they have like a lot of different options for shade. They don't have different shade options, but again, it's a very gray, like neutral color that actually really will. I feel like they go with every hair tone because they look fine with this like blondish hair, and then when I don't have my hair, they match my natural hair, and I mean, it's a good color to go with like whatever. So there's those, but they have like ones that are more of like the straight brow, and they have like, I don't know, all kinds of different ones. I ordered more sets actually in a couple different styles to try them out, and I just think they're a lot of fun. So if you're the kind of person that, you know, you have to have your eyebrows and do them every day, maybe try these out. They might not be for you, but if you're also the kind of person like me, like sometimes you're feeling the eyebrows, sometimes you're like, screw it, I'm gonna shave them off. If you like eyebrows for particular looks and you feel like you personally take way too long to draw them on or whatever, because that's where I am. It just takes way too long for me. So I feel like that's a good way to save time, and they're like foolproof, honestly, and they look great. So that's my final thoughts, and I will leave you be again. Thanks so much. Bye.